God told me don't resign at least. Grab whatever it is that you need to relax and enjoy this video, okay? Let's get into it. I remember, I wish I could forget what you did last.
I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you.
I took a few notes in my journal and I'm gonna give you guys 4 or 5 little tips of what I'm going to be doing to make sure that I stay on top of my goals in 2025, to make sure I'm mentally and spiritually and physically and emotionally prepared for what's to come, so that my year does not play out the way that this year played out. So before I get into any of that, let me give you guys a little rundown, a little 1-2 about what's been going on in my life, because I know y'all been waiting on that, truthfully. Okay, first things first, yes, I moved out of my house. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is the first time that I've officially like said that on camera, and I don't know how to feel about it, but let's just get into it. So in January, I decided that I was going to go on a Bible journey, and that I was going to read my Bible, and I was going to get closer to God. I ordered this Bible right here, the Spiritual Growth Bible, from Amazon. You can find it on my Amazon storefront, and let's just say life has been interesting ever since. Okay, so excuse the background, I am outside, so if you hear noise, if you hear dogs, it's loud. Okay, but have you guys ever had this feeling that you were supposed to do something, or that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, is telling you to do something, to take a risk, to make a move, to go somewhere, and you are in your head about it? You feel like your intuition is agging at you, and it's like, I know this is what it's saying, but maybe it's not, maybe it's from God, maybe it's from the devil, who knows. That's what I started experiencing during this year. So I moved into my townhome July 15th of 2022.
And when it's your turn, don't feel sorry for anyone. Go straight savage, then tell them to stay strong like you had to.
So my lease was going to be up July 15th of 2024, right? I re-signed 23. So in 24, you know how they give you a few months before to see if you want to re-sign or not? God told me don't re-sign at least. And I'm like, okay, don't re-sign at least, but what I'm gonna do afterwards? Like, what's the plan here? Where we going? What's gonna be in motion? All I know is he said don't resign at least. So when they sent the email in April, May, June, they sent the email in May. Did I want to resign? I declined, and then they really tried to get me to stay because they love me there. They tried to offer all kind of things, and I still declined. I was like, no, I'm going to do this, this, and this, so I'm not going to resign this lease. So I didn't, y'all. Come July, it was like life started to life. I'm gonna show y'all a little couple of clips. It's me moving out of my place and me just not knowing about this journey that I'm about to partake in, right? I've sat here and tried to start this documentation video multiple times. Over the last few months, I've tried to start this process multiple times, and currently it's July 1st. It's 2:13 p.m. and I'm just like, you finna go for it, you finna do it. So if you guys are watching this, then I'm pretty sure you could tell by the title that I moved out of my home, and I'm embarking on a journey of just like free falling into the unknown, because all I know is that God gave me the notion. God has been on me. It has been weighing on me for so long that I need to move, I need to move, I need to move. And I feel like this has been just such a hard decision for me because my kids play such a major part in the process of me moving from one place to another. So July got there and God was telling me, like, don't do certain things, don't go certain places, don't be around certain people. But I was kind of like questioning whether this was coming from God, or whether this was just coming from just my inner thoughts just nagging at me. You know what I'm saying? Also in July, I lost a very, very valuable relationship to me, a friendship that, you know, I had grew to love, that I was happy and content in. It ended, and that completely devastated me. Like, my heart was freaking broken. I feel like I was going through a whole nother heartbreak, but on this level it was a friendship heartbreak. And so I didn't know what was going on in my life because that came left field. It came out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what? Like, what? And if y'all want me to, if you get this video to enough likes, I will do a story time in this series about why that friendship ended, how it came to an end, and all of that. Because just let me know if that's something that you want, if that's something that you're interested in, and then I will get it out to you. Okay? Yeah. So anyways, now I'm moved out of my house. I have no plan. God is literally telling me to do this thing that I'm scared of crap of doing. Literally telling me to take this risk, and I'm just like, this can't be it. Like, this cannot be what you're telling me to do. Like, what? And so I started to feel like I was really into like my Job's era. Okay, like God telling me to take my kid to the top of the mountain and sacrifice it, and trying to see how faithful I'm going to be. And I just was not having it. Being disobedient, being scared, operating out of fear. And yeah, that's pretty much what got me in my situation. When I tell y'all, it's so crazy that I'm even able to open up my mouth and express this to y'all, because it's been to the point to where I felt like I was keeping so much in that it started to manifest in my body. That the trauma that I was experiencing from not being able to express myself, not being able to act on what I feel like God was telling me to do, being scared, being fearful, was actually manifesting as sickness, as pain in my body. I literally had to go to the doctor multiple times because my body is in pain every single day. And I realized it was because, like, I wasn't expressing myself. I wasn't acting on what I was supposed to be acting on. I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I didn't realize how important that is until, like, something clicked. And it was like, girl, you have been in a situation similar to this. It might not be this very situation, but you've been in worse situations than this, and you have climbed out of it, you crawled out of it, you clawed your way out of it. And if you did it once with the help of God, with God leading the way, you can do it again. It's just about you not stressing about it, not thinking about it so much, and actually putting action behind those things, and actually trying to take that leap, and actually doing what you feel you need to do, right? It's what you feel you need to do. So y'all, I know that's like a vague overview of what's going on, but currently I'm still in that reality, so I can only give you what I have right now. You know what I'm saying? And I decided that I was going to include you guys on the process, because we have to think about it. My whole platform started on me being transparent, started from me living on welfare, food stamps, getting government assistance, not even making $10,000 a year, to the point to where I got to manifesting $10,000 not only a month but a week. Okay, so I took you guys through that process with me, and now we are entering the next phase of my life where we are learning from the mistakes that we made, climbing that ladder, that influencer ladder, content creator ladder, whatever it is that you want to call it. We going into another phase where now I'm an adult. Now I understand the importance of responsibility. Now I understand the importance of financial literacy, and I'm able to learn and grow from that experience, right? And when I say, Lord, has it been challenging? It has been such a transition. I've gone through so many different reality checks, and a lot of them started with me having to check myself. And even during this time, you guys, I've dealt with like binge eating, which is comfort eating, because that's something that I do when I'm stressed out. I picked my hair. I created like a huge bald spot in my head because that's a trauma response from things that happened to me in my childhood, and it's something that I do to soothe myself and comfort myself. I began to isolate myself and not talk, and that's not talk to anybody. When I say family, friends, my phone is literally dry 90% of, I'm gonna say 99% of the time. It's just been me and God and my thoughts, right? And a lot of time I realized that God wasn't even in it. It was just me and my ego and my thoughts, because I was sitting there trying to figure things out for myself for so long that I didn't realize that I was edging God out. And so I'm making this video because I feel like it's really a lot of people out there who look up to me, and you look up to other content creators, and you think that we don't go through things, you think that we don't experience things, you think that everything is just all goody goody, great and grand, right? And although that is a reality, a lot of us learn lessons the hard way. A lot of us are teaching ourselves. A lot of us are self-made entrepreneurs. Like, no one laid out the blueprint for us. We learn it as we go, and we are teaching ourselves as we go. And I feel like nobody talks about the guilt of that. Nobody talks about the guilt of being a single mom who has to make choices for herself, who chooses to live, but also really wants to put her kids first. And whenever it feels that you are choosing yourself, it hurts. Nobody talks about the person who grew up being a people pleaser, and in their adult life they still function out of that, and they are like high functioning in depression because of that. And so they tend to put other people's needs over theirs, and they trying to make it right. Nobody talks about the feeling that you get once you get big on social media and you have all these people looking up to you, and you do things in your day-to-day life where you disappoint your community that you built, and how you still got to choose to show up and not be shamefaced and stand on your truth and be authentic in that, and how it's super hard to do, right? Nobody talks about that. So over the next month, we are going to dive into all of these different things, and I want you guys to be, truthful down in the comments with me, and let me know if this is something that you are even interested in, if you want me to indulge more in these conversations and dive deeper into these things that have been affecting me, and have ultimately gotten me off my path of success, right? And altered my thoughts and really reprogram my subconscious mind to think that I was somehow a failure, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't worthy, and that maybe my time is up, right? So if you want me to go more into that, let me know. But I did promise you guys some tips that we are going to follow in order to not have that manifest in our 2025, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get in my notes, and we gonna get into that. Okay, I got 4 minutes left on this camera, so I feel like that's all it's gonna take because this is gonna be quick. I wrote them down, so let's get into it. And number 1, I put practice obedience. Okay, we all have that inner knowing of the things that God is telling us to do, but we somehow seem to do what we want to do. Okay, we talk ourselves out of it, we try to make up an excuse, and we stopping that in 2024. We are no longer doing that in 2024. Okay, your intuition is telling you exactly what you need to do. It's telling you everything that you need to know, and you need to trust that. When you don't trust your intuition, you don't trust yourself. And so there are things that you can do that can help you more when it comes to trusting yourself. And trust me, I'm one of them people who had to seriously work on that because I've been betrayed so many times. I started to really blame myself for a lot of things, and I started to lack trust in myself because I was doing things and not showing up for myself, or doing things that I knew better than to do, right? And when you do things that you know better than to do, you lose trust for yourself. And when you lose trust for yourself, baby, that's all she wrote. Okay, so we put in God first, and we are doing what we've been told to do. Okay, point blank period. That's what we're doing in 2025. Number 2, I'm gonna read this one. It says health is wealth. Okay, this is huge. I have built a whole platform. The one that you're watching right now was built off of me doing healthy things and being in my healthy girl era. Okay, so health is wealth. I couldn't read my own damn writing, y'all. I said this is huge for me because over the years I have learned that I am my best self when I'm in my healthy girl era. I just said that. Okay, and so that's not just going to the gym, but that's being disciplined, that's getting my eating together, that's being on a routine, creating a regimen and sticking to it. Discipline is the key when it comes to being in your healthy girl era, right? And this year I had no discipline at all. Like when I say I lacked it in every area, I lacked it in every area. And it started to manifest in my body, manifest in my life, manifest in my finances, my relationships. Like it was very hard for me to create a routine and stick to it, and that's because my mental was all over the place because I was refusing to be obedient. So discipline is keeping up with your hygiene, keeping up with your appearance, and making sure that at the top of your mind you know health is wealth, because that is what's going to get you in the element of receiving. Okay, and so I said it's so priority that we all want to attract wealth, but how we gonna enjoy the wealth when we get it, we sick and can't enjoy it? That's why it's important to take care of you, to take care of your body, and get that together. And that's a message for myself, but that's definitely a message for myself, and that's a message for y'all. Okay, number 3, we are rebuking procrastination and sending that back to the pits of hell. Okay, rebuking procrastination and sending it back to the pits of hell, because baby, it ain't nothing but the devil. That's what I wrote. So we spend so much time worrying about the action when things in motion stay in motion. Just do it. Do it scared, do it broke, do it without all the knowledge of it. Just do it. If it came to your mind, that means God put it there. Take action, and I promise everything else will come afterwards. Procrastination is the thief of joy. Okay, procrastination has you looking at what Susie doing when you need to be keeping your eyes on your own faithful. Okay, procrastination comes in and disrupts everything and is the enemy to change. So we leaving procrastination in 2024. And last but not least, we are releasing limiting thoughts. The word of the day was Matthew 19:26, and that's with God all things are possible. Everything is possible. If God put the thought in your head, if God put the feeling in your body, if God gave it to you, it is possible, and it's possible for you to do. Stop limiting yourself. Stop banking on those limiting beliefs. Stop setting that up inside of you. It is possible. Everything is possible. If you have the thought to do it, all you gotta do is put your mind to it. Okay, so we are getting rid of limits and belief. Okay, that's all that I got for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It's actually a beautiful rainy fall day. I hope that you are going to stay tuned throughout Vlogmas, or Vlogmas is over on Life of Lily. This is just Vlog December. Okay, I hope that you're gonna stay tuned. I hope that you interact down in the comments. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you can be notified whenever I post another video. I want you to know that I love you, that it's okay. We all go through it. Everybody is just trying to live, enjoy their life, and be happy. So if there's any topics you guys want me to touch on throughout this series, leave them down in the comment section. And I pray that God allows me to continue on with this series, that I have the discipline to push through, even on the days that I don't necessarily feel like it. Water is coming down in the back, and I know that's an irritating noise. But I pray that this word touched y'all, and I pray that it inspires you to get started and to get going on whatever it is that you have been dreaming for you. I love y'all, and yeah, see y'all on the next one.